Hi everyone, it's Andy Skeptic. I've come up to the forest in the training area this morning just to see the difference. I'm usually up in the middle of the day. You might be able to hear it, but there's a lot of crested cockatoos nesting in the trees. I restarted, I wasn't sure if it was actually recording. I came up here actually to see if I can find some tracks I saw yesterday. I didn't have the camera with me. But on the track here, there were quite a lot of macropod tracks. Maybe because the light is different, I can't see them now. Yeah, there's cockatoos out. And the reason I noticed the tracks yesterday around lunchtime was that I actually went back to the same picnic area I was at the other day where I said I thought I saw a macropod, and lo and behold, yesterday I saw one, and then another, and then 3 more, 5 more. There were about 20. It seemed I'd sort of unwittingly stumbled into their resting area, and I got kind of quite into the middle of them, and they all eventually just sort of got up out of the grass and shuffled off and wandered away. Having seen them, I thought they must have left some tracks. And I was able to see them yesterday at lunchtime, but I can't quite see them now. I'm going to walk back the other way because it was walking this direction I saw them. Actually, there is one just there. I'll just mark it with some sticks. You can just see that where I put the originally I thought it was one. But I think there are 2 carcasses there. Hello again, it's Andy Skeptic. I'm back up to the forest training area. I had a theory about the green patches under the trees. You'll notice under this tree it's not so green, but if you look at the red gum behind, it is noticeably greener. My theory is that the trees need to be either a certain age or a certain height, and maybe it's height collecting fog on the breeze that then condenses on the leaves and drifts to the ground. And the shorter trees are not high enough to have that effect. But it also might be age, where the younger trees don't have a colony of, let's say, fungi that produces the greenery underneath. I've come back to the area where I saw the macropods yesterday, and I've been a bit more cautious about my entry. But I don't see them just yet. I'll keep walking and come back to you. Just here, under the dead tree I showed in my first video, there is a scattering of quite old bones. The purpose of me coming up to the forest is to become a better observer, and I actually walked by this way yesterday without seeing these bones. That might be because I was actually already distracted by the macropods who were starting to move once I got to this point. They are here. I wonder if you can see them. They've just... Hopefully you can see them moving through the background there. I can see them on the viewfinder. You see them, there's quite a lot of them. And I'm sorry to have disturbed them again. I didn't think I would find them today. I thought they would not be around today, as I'd been here yesterday and interrupted them. So, sorry macropods. This is the tree stump with the digging I showed in the first video. And when you look up into the scrub, you can see a couple of them just standing there, just to the left of that large red gum in the centre of the frame. I'm at maximum zoom on the phone camera. I'd estimate they're only about 100 metres away. Look, I'm not going to go up closer. I don't want to irritate them more than that. But I think it does illustrate how difficult it can be to see these creatures, even at a relatively short distance. One of the things I want to do is do some experiments about distance and ability to spot objects, which will come in later videos. Thanks for watching. So my fungus theory about the green areas is based on my observation of there being some fungus spores, mushrooms, around these trees. So there's quite a large one there and another one a bit further back. I think this is the area where the macropods were resting and that I've frightened them from. I'm only about 30 or 40 metres from where I was standing before, and there, in the centre of my frame, is another macropod. Looks just like a piece of wood. I saw some old bones a minute ago, which I showed you. Here's the leg of a macropod, broken clean off. So there are predators here. I imagine they're wild dogs, but I've not seen much sign of that. But I think I will now have a reason to look more closely for signs of their tracks and spores, etc. I love coming up here. The bush is very peaceful. I hope that in the future my son can enjoy these videos. And he's skeptic. Well, there's old bones here as well. There's one. There's another long bone and there's some vertebrae. And this is very clearly a spot where an animal rests, that little hollow against that fallen log. Whether that's where the macropods are, it's not entirely certain. But there's another spot here, at the end of this branch. You can see the earth has been moved away, it's smoothed out, and it's the same here. Another spot. where it looks like an animal is resting. And that's curious because directly above there's a nest of a bird. So I did wonder if that's a bird coming down having a bath, but I can't tell.